Ogun State residents boo Dapo Abiodun over naira scarcity as the governor apologizes. Hello everyone, welcome to Newsport TV. Ogun State Governor Dapo Abiodun suffered humiliation on Wednesday while on an open-air campaign motorcade in Abeokuta, the state capital. Hundreds of residents poured out on the governor's route in the Ibadan Business District, jeering at him and his entourage over the gripping hardship occasioned by the scarcity of banknotes, which has crippled people's livelihoods. In a viral video, some protesters were heard shouting, "Thief, thief, we don't want." The crowd also rejected campaign souvenirs, including t-shirts and hats being shared by the governor's entourage. "Please, don't be angry. I am not the one responsible for the policy," Mr. Abiodun begged the agitated crowd in the Yoruba language. "I am also not happy seeing you like this. I am not the CBN. Please be patient. The matter will soon be resolved," he pleaded desperately. Mr. Abiodun is seeking a second term in office but has faced stiff opposition from residents and political rivals who say his performance over 4 years has been below par. The governor had previously sought to oppose the directive of the presidency and the Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN), which stated that old 500 naira notes and 1,000 naira notes have ceased to be legal tenders and should be taken out of circulation, as his agent shared his own directive alongside the old naira notes to effect his directive. The conflicting directives sent the state into chaos on Monday as commercial banks rejected the old naira notes, leading to protests from the citizens, where violence and destruction of properties were later recorded. So this is the shameful outing that the Ogun State Governor Dapo Abiodun has held in his own domain. And well, you cannot beat a child and say the child should not cry. That's the situation of what is going on now. Because, this policy has really affected the APC governors. Yes, we can categorically say that, because the lives of Dapo Abiodun of APC Ogun State and Zamfara State, Bello Matawale, Yaya Bello of Kogi State, and Ganduje of Kaduna State, and ultimately El Rufai of Kaduna State have been firing at all cylinders, stomping their feet everywhere, granting interviews, and taking the federal government to court, on this issue of redesign Naira. Adams Oshiomhole, ex-APC national leader and two-term governor of Edo State, has also been bashing the president about this issue. And it has been a kind of concern to say this is the first time out of all the policies that are anti-people that the APC has been making in the last 8 years. This is the first time that the governors will come out to show their disgust and irritation. Is it because it's not auguring well for them for their next securement of their own pot of porridge? Dapo Abiodun is one that might be badly affected because he's seeking a second term. And for him, if he had performed, it's not even about the naira redesign. Number one, the confusion is set in the mind of people days ago when he sent his agent, as we could see on television on viral video, to give citizens of Ogun State money in branded envelopes, and the agent telling the people that this money is from the governor. And those ones were, the people were crying, saying, they won't collect this money from us. This is old naira notes. And the agent insisted to say, the governor will step into it, just hold it. The banks have to collect it. And I think he even threatened, was he the one that threatened that he will revoke the CFO of banks if they do not collect the money? So a lot of things have been happening to say, you do not stomp your feet on what you have no authority over. You're not the CBN. And the people who you say they should spend the money, people are not collecting the money. So why should a trader collect the money that is not able to spend? And the CBN said at first they are not going to collect the 500 and 1,000 naira notes anymore, that people should bring it to the CBN office. Now some people said we went to some banks and the banks collected the old 500 and 1,000 naira notes. So this is just confusion at its peak that is happening in our country, Nigeria. And we just wonder, were all our leaders just cruising, sleeping, enjoying themselves for the past 8 years? because we can't even see anything that they have done that we can say, okay, oh, you guys got a lot of children back to school. Oh, you guys took care of our health facility or their new standard hospitals in Nigeria. None. Fuel, we are buying it at cut-neck prices. Businesses have collapsed so much this 2023, just barely 2 months this year. And with the collapse that happened in economic activity, it's going to not just fizzle away like that. It will take a while before people get their bearings. A lot of Nigerians are just trying to live one day at a time because there's hunger in the land. There's hunger. Somebody who still has money in the account knows that, okay, I have this money, maybe I can do a transfer. By the time I do it 3 times or 3 days, maybe the transfer will fall through. What about people whose source of livelihood is based on their income they make every day, which they are unable to make because they largely deal with cash? So all bike men now have to use POS, and if your transaction doesn't go through, you go nowhere, you have to wait it out. No matter how many hours, people get stranded. And we are thinking to say, even if this policy has brought so much pain because of the poor implementation and the military-like way of administering it, what are the things that we can say, oh, this government has done well to bring succor to us? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. So the governor now pleading with his people to say, forgive me, I did not make the policy, I'm not the CBN, things will get better, and so on and so forth. It will definitely fall on people's deaf ears, because when you've pushed people to a wall, they're going to bounce back at you, and you might not like the reaction. So he's actually sweating now to be like, his second term is not sure. If you do not have the right things to say to your people, just keep placating them. Don't further confuse them by telling them, oh, you are going to revoke the CFO of banks, you have to collect the money, and you're not giving them old naira notes. What you have not done in the last 4 years. How did you just all of a sudden become generous, sending your agents to give people money that was caught on camera? And it wasn't as if it was a kind of snitching videoing. No. So that's the plight of Dapo Abiodun now. What could be his faith as he tries to contest again, because he's actually contesting again, for governorship, second term governorship slot for his state. I think they've just started because it is not the best of time for the ruling party. Adams Oshiomhole was also booed some days ago in Edo State, where he went to campaign for his party, and honestly, it's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. That's what happens when people have had so much trust in you, but you constantly just let them down. We do not know what our leaders have been doing, and honestly, they have not fared well at all. This is the worst performing governance we've ever had. And it just seems as if we just keep going down the slope from one bad one to another. Are we able to make the change come 25th of February 2023? That depends on you and I to be able to vote, and hopefully we are going to have a smooth election. Thank you very much for watching. Do remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. To our new subscribers, thank you so much for joining. And to our existing subscribers, thank you for always stopping by. See you in the next news. May God bless Nigeria. Bye for now.